Lord of mercy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and non-ladies and gentlemen's. Today we're going to do a tutorial on how to turn a reference image into a cartoon using any design program with zero drawing skills required. All you need is a design program that has the pen tool, which is this tool right here. So Illustrator, Photoshop, GIMP, actually most design programs I've worked with or seen have the basic set of functions, so they usually include a pen tool. And the pen tool just allows you a lot more control with a mouse than a freehand brush will, which is why that's what I use to make most of my designs. If I'm ever, because when I'm at home, I usually use a graphing tablet. If I'm ever on the road, I usually resort to the pen tool because it's easy. I don't need my whole setup to, get it done, and it works, First, what you're going to need is a high-res reference image of whatever person or thing you're trying to recreate and draw. So today we're working with Rihanna, something high-res, so when you zoom in, you can still see the quality of the image or still see some type of outline. So when you're tracing, you're not struggling to guess where to go, right? So this is the image we're working with. We're going to turn the opacity down quite a bit so you can still see her, but it's transparent and easy to trace. You might turn it up a little bit. I think that's good for now. And so actually before we begin, let's just walk through the basic steps of how to use the pen tool. So the pen tool works on the concept of anchors and points. You click again, you got a second point, click, 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 and it makes a shape, make a trapezoid, make a triangle. You have a lot more control, like I said, than if I were to just try to do it with a brush on my mouse. I mean, I did it, but, it's not as clean and precise. And the pen tool also allows you to create curves. How that works is you click with your mouse from the starting point, go to the next area you want to go to. You hold shift to create the straight line. Before you click on the next anchor, well, not before, when you click on the next anchor, you're going to click and hold it. And then you're going to pull your mouse and stretch it. And now it's creating a curved line, right? So this here, your the straight line is the tangent line, I'll remember. And this is a curve, y'all just, change it and adjust it to however you want it to be. So you can put it here. And then the next line following is still going to be curved. Unless I just click. Now the next line is going to be straight. And then if I click again, click and hold, I can make another curved line. The next line will be curved. The next line will be straight. Next line is straight still unless I click and hold it to decide to make it curved. Curved. I click and hold and make it curved. Right? Let's talk about manipulating your pen tool. So let's make a square. Click one point, hold shift, click the next, hold shift, or I'm just holding shift the whole time, not even letting go. Click, and then click, click. Now we have a square or a rectangle. So with the pen tool, you can add a new anchor, remove anchors, make a straight anchor into a curved anchor, or make a curved anchor into a straight anchor. So first, let's add an anchor. So you can either press the plus sign on your keyboard or go here and click add anchor. So we can add an anchor right in the middle of the line, which means now if you were able to use the direct selection tool, there's a point here that you could click in addition to the corner. So this can be adjusted now too, but that can't be done on the sides because the sides only have straight lines and no actual points. So like I said, you can add a point, or you can also remove points. Removing one, it would be minus sign or delete anchor point tool. You would go to an anchor point and you would just click it and it'll remove it. Simple. Plus sign, go back, You can click it, add a new anchor. The direct selection tool, you click the anchor, pull it, adjust it, you have a new anchor again. So that's how adding anchors, adding points and removing points works. If you ever make a shape and you're like, oh, I don't want it to be like this, needs a little adjustment, you can add like a new point to adjust it or remove something to get your desired effect. In addition, you can change the curvature of the anchor. So right now these are all straight corners, as you can see. So if I were to click it with the anchor point tool, it would now make it a curved point. So although it's not changing it right now, right? When I click it with the direct selection tool, if you zoom in, you can see this little thing that shows that it can curve. It curves now. Or if you double click it, there should be handles that come up. Let's try another point, because handles should pop up. Click here, curve. See, there you go. If you click it and hold it, you get the curve. So the straight point is now a curved point. Click, hold it, it's a curve. I can also turn the curved point back into a straight point by just clicking it. Now it's a straight point. Click it, now it's a straight point. Can you remove it? In addition to removing, you can also just cut open a shape, so you're not removing the actual anchor points, but you're kind of like in the scissor and splitting it in half. So if I got a scissors, click the scissors tool, and I click the point. Now the shape is still together, as you can see, but if I were to, grab one of the anchors, now it's a new anchor there, and the shape can be opened up. Let me change to an outline so you can understand what I mean by opened up. So the shape can now be opened up because it's been cut. So get the scissors tool again, right here. This is now cut, so this is cutting this in half. So now these aren't even going to be connected. You see? So those are just different ways of manipulating the pen tool to also have more control over what you want to do with your image. But that's really just the basic breakdown of how it works. Shift is your best friend to create straight lines. You hold shift, click it. Now you have one straight line. Go to the next place, hold shift, click, straight line, hold shift, click, straight line. That's really my best friend for precision. When it comes to curves, you kind of just have to like figure it out. You play around. You kind of learn where to click and where not to click as you go along. All right. So that's the pen tool. And then along with my designs, I like all my lines to have like a pencil-like effect. I don't like them being too straight and too square. Like as you can see, usually the line initially is just, really thick, a really straight rectangle. And I feel like that looks boring sometimes for artwork and designs. I like to have like some type of fade or thinning effect. So for Illustrator, there's different brush styles you can choose from. So I usually choose one of the slimming ones, so it gets that, slimming effect. So when I start drawing, it looks like I'm actually drawing with a brush or a pencil rather than a digital pen tool. Or I like this one also. I also have a custom brush that I made myself, but we can go through that at another time. But I got it from this one YouTuber on here. I'll mention him down below. But yeah, that's actually using my go-to brush style is that one. But for now, I'm going to stick to what everybody else has available, which is just this and the regular straight. All right, so since we have the styles down and the breakdown of how to use the pen tools, clicking and curving, we can begin. If you guys need a refresher, you can rewind a little bit and go back. I usually like to start with the eyebrows, or eyes area, just to get that out the way first. So we're gonna zoom in really close, not as close as you can, just close enough to where it's, focus on that one area of the face you want, but it's not too close to where you can't see the next place you have to go. I'm gonna start right here from the corner for eyebrow. So there's a curve here that her eyebrow has, so since I'm aware of that, I'm going to place the next anchor here. I'm going to click and hold it so I can create that curve right there, right? And then I can either just go straight and continue it and kind of just ignore her natural outline, or I can, if I click the anchor, it will remove that line, and now I can create a new line to follow her eyebrow with. But I don't really like how that looks. I actually might go with how the natural curve is going to go. So I'm clicking that next spot, and then I don't really want the eyebrow to have like a square ending, so I'm going to click here, click and hold to make a little curve, right? I'm going to go here. She has a little, slope, straight line. Going to click, hold it, and then we're going to close it right here. When you see the circle, that's when you know you're closing it. We're still going to click and hold it because I want to fix the curve here. So I'm going to click it and hold and pull down so it makes that. So after I do the tracing, I click the outline and I flip it to fill it for the eyebrows. I presume, ooh, that looks horrible. So we're not going to do that. All right, let's try this again. It's trial and error. It's not always perfect the first time. We're going to try again. So I'm going to click here. See the curve. Okay, this looks better. Follow the line right there. And then click on top. Click and hold. Click. Hold just a little bit. I like a slight curve, nothing too crazy. Click and hold. Okay, maybe that looks better. Let's see. Okay. Also, I'm going to add a little extra hairs here. So I'm going to get the pencil again. I'm going to click on top of the anchor just to make sure that the new shape I'm building is touching the original shape. I'm going to go up here, just create like an extra hair for her eyebrow so it doesn't look, just too whatever. And we're going to close it. I'm going to remove the outline because that should not be there. I don't know if I like that. I might remove that. We'll see. Next, onto the eye. I'm going to follow the crease. Click here. There's a curve coming up here. So I'm going to place the anchor here. Actually, no, there's a slight curve here. So I'm going to place the anchor here. And then place it here. Click and hold again. Pull down. And then make sure it's on the outline. Click the outline, and then remember to click the taper effect to create that little, hand-drawn filling. Go down to the eye. There's a curve here, so we're going to place the anchor here. Click and pull. Okay, and then we're going to click there to remove it. There's a curve here, so we'll click and pull. Curve over here, so I'm going to click over here and pull. Click, pull. Click, pull. Actually, there's a crap I missed here. Click. Sorry, to undo, Command Z is a quick little keyboard shortcut I like to do. Click, pull, and then we're going to close it. And then the eyedropper effect, or I, the letter I on your keyboard, you can just copy the effect over to the next line. So far now we have, an eyebrow and an eye. Y'all see the vision? And so we just continue this process around the whole entire face. So I'm going to do more of the, actually no, let's walk through the eyelashes with y'all. With the eyelashes, start here, go up, Click here, click and hold, pull down, zoom in some more. Click on the anchor to remove it. Next placement, click, hold, click to remove the curve, click, hold. We're just gonna continue to trace back around, trace back around, click it, remove it, guys, it's getting kind of hard. Trace, and then we're gonna close it, and we're gonna flip it and fill in the eyelashes. So now we have eyes, eyelashes, eyebrows. All right. For the pupils, just to save myself some time, where I like to use the shape key. So just click the circle to the left. I hold shift to make sure it stays a circle. Click and pull. I'm gonna make it a little bigger, and then get the eyedrop tool again. Click the line so it also gets the same effect. And then we're gonna pull it up here. And then we want to get rid of this extra area. So what I do, I go back to the pen tool, and I use the add anchor point. I add an anchor point on here, and I add an anchor point here. Then I use the scissors tool, and I cut the anchor point, and then I get the top and I delete it. Now we have the bottom perfect. I click this. Actually, we can do a circle again. Go another circle, shift, pull, and I just move it up and flip it. Before I flip it, I see that there's a little thing right here, so I'm gonna make another circle. Gonna thin it out a little bit because it's like an ellipse type. Little shine she got going on. Get the effect, the eyebrow with the eye drop tool. I'm gonna make the fill white. So cool. And then I'm just going to copy these over because they're probably going to be around the same size. To copy or duplicate, you hold Option or Alt on your keyboard. Option for Mac, Alt for Windows, I believe. And you just click and drag, and then let go of the mouse, and then let go of Alt. So now you have a copy, and we're going to, where is that? So we're going to move it up a little bit, and then boom, now you have her beautiful eyes, Miss Riri, you see. So yeah, so we're just gonna continue the same process and step around her entirety of her face. This does take time, guys. This is not like a 10-minute process, which is why, when people hit me up, I'm like, that's why it's cost this much. And this is just the pen tool, so we're gonna continue, around her face. So let's continue. Also, you guys don't know, a direct selection tool lets you select an anchor point. The regular selection tool grabs the whole entire thing. So regular selection grabs every anchor point. Direct selection grabs a specific point that's red and they're all white because they're not selected. Now I click it. Got it. Cool. So we're going to continue with the outline. Let's go through how I do hair. She has like little baby hairs here. Typically, I'll just make one big block of shape of the hair, and then for her like baby hairs, I'll just draw smaller shapes layered on top to create like the effects. So let me show you what I mean. Gonna start here. Got some curves in her hair. Okay, now we're at the hairline. I'm gonna go behind the baby hairs just a little bit, and then just trace that part first. When you wanna, oh sorry, I don't know. When you wanna let go, you just either press B to close the pen tool, or yeah, just press B when I'm done with the shape. And we're gonna just make these regular outlines. Get the eyedropper tool, copy the style. Another right here. I'm not really sure where it's coming from, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, so I'm just gonna make it up and paste it there. And then you got your hair here. So let's make them gonna copy this style. Let's make it thicker. 4. We're just gonna copy it around, maybe turn it. Okay, now we got those over there, sis looking lady, you know what I'm saying? You see me. Alright. Alright, so now you have her baby hairs done in the front of her hair complete. Gonna go back to the back area of the hair. And then with the wisp, I'm just gonna do outlines and not fill them in. So go back down, copy the style. Alright, cool. That's looking good so far, right? Or is it just me? Let's get into the ears. I actually like to start with the face before I get the ears, so I'll make sure all the lines connect. I got her ear. For the earrings, again, always utilize the shapes you have instead of having to do more work. She has a little circle earring here, so I'm going to get the circle shape, shift, hold, make it big, copy a line style here, maybe make it a little smaller. Copy the line style, we're going to add the points on the lines again so we can remove it from the shape so it's not blocking it. Get the scissors tool, cut the points. I cut the wrong point. Scissors tool, cut that point, and then we're going to delete the inside. So now you have an ear. With these, we're probably going to have to draw them. So, you know the earring shouldn't be on the line. It should be overlapping. So although we probably can't see it clearly, you know that the line is going to go over here. Start the anchor here, click the curve, click it. Make sure this is same line style. Let's increase the thickness a little bit. I'm going to cut it so, because I don't like how the line is sitting here, so I'm going to cut the ship open here so it changes the line and it wraps around over there instead. Her other earrings, I'm just going to make them lines because they look kind of thin. So I'm going to start, actually we're going to, use circle still. We're going to create any lips. We're going to copy the line style. We're going to, so you see how it's, looks like it's here, a little thing here. We're going to turn it, move the lips on top. Since it's an earring, you know it's not, you're not going to see the whole entire thing like that. So it's definitely going to cut in the back of the ear and then wherever the hole is. So we're going to say the hole is like here. So we're going to cut the line in half like that. And then boom, now she has a little hoop. We're going to copy that, drag it down. Now she has 2 little hoops. And so that's one ear done. And always save your work because I always crash in the middle of things and I cry and I get sad and I regret everything. So always save your work. That's really it for the most part. I'm just gonna finish off the rest of her face and then we'll be done. We're done. There is your step-by-step on how to make any picture into a cartoon outline. Follow the next video to get the step-by-step on how to do coloring and shading and all that little pizzazz. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. As you can follow me on all socials at Brie Basquiat or bopho.madeit. Check out my site, bopho.us, for my portfolio work, any merch, so on and so forth. Hit me up for any inquiries and commission work. You guys have any questions, leave in the comments or DM me. Be sure to share this, do what you gotta do. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys later.